Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Ascension Messages. My name is Bobbie, and I will be your guide for today. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with the viewfinder thing. It seems like there's something hazy happening, and that's never happened before. So I'm trying to clean. See if we can clean this off a bit more. Oh, there we go. Wow, okay, that's made a big difference. Rightio, let's go into this. Hey guys, false start there. Right, we are going to do a tarot reading today, and we're going to do pick a card. I'm pretty much going to go straight into it, but just before I do, don't forget I'm an intuitive counselor and a reader. If you want to have a one-on-one session with me, the links are down below, or you go to my website www.codestoanewreality.com. I also have a brand new channel that's up on YouTube called Codes to a New Reality, and that has some really powerful messages on there. The next one's going to be all about time shifting and how we can shift our time and the relevance of time to humanity. And there's hidden codes in that as well. It's very powerful stuff. So if you haven't seen that, go have a look. Now, I also have a Patreon school called Amicable. I'll be adding some more really cool, colourful telepathic lessons. This next one's going to be going to outer space. I started working on that as well. So yeah, very cool. Hey Debbie, hey Cherie. I'll be doing free chat bar readings after this main reading, but we're going to do a small pick a card reading today. I don't usually do pick a cards. I usually do generals. Excuse me, but due to the 999 date that's just gone by and the actual eclipse that's happening, we are going through a massive transformation. And with that, there's this, it's not a split, but there's definitely variations of what's happening with you. So take what feels right for you and leave the rest for somebody else. You know, we are live, so I'm going to give you two objects that you can choose from. So I would, if you are live or whatever, just choose from them, and then wait. You'd have to wait for your thing, your actual pile to come up. Sorry. Okay, we have a little cuckoo clock. So that's pile one. We'll call that pile one a little cuckoo clock. I'll put that over here. And pile two is a little Russian doll. Okay, so you can choose from either pile one. I'm trying to put this in a way that looks right to you guys. Pile one or pile two. So I would choose now. And let's get into this reading. Okay, so I'll put pile two over there for now. Wish I could like have it up on the screen for you, but that's not the way it goes. And we will start with some tarot. I feel like I pulled stuff from tarot. Okay, tap me into those who chose pile one, please. Pile one. Pile one. Tap me into those who chose pile one, please. Relevance to the big shifts that's happening at the moment, that's making big changes in their lives. What's going on? Interesting. Okay. We've got one card that's fallen upright. I can see what that one is. Okay, we have a couple, and that's just too many. We have those ones flipped inside. I won't take that because it was a bunch that came out. So we have, first up, we have the Lover's card. A choice is the first thing I got. A choice to be made. A choice between, but also an acceptance of the other. Interesting. A choice. They're showing me two things, and they're like, you can choose either. Doesn't matter. And so long as you are 100% with your choice is the most important thing. 100% with your choice is what's going to give you a more clearer path. So if you do need to make a choice coming up, then I would make this choice with absolute. Like, don't even think about the other side or the other choice or whatever. Just go 100% to the choice that you're doing. It's going to give you more clarity, and it's, they're saying, adventure into this next phase. You'll feel right. Now, with any choices, we can change our mind. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you are in that choice, stay with it 100%, because diddle-daddling and switching and all that sort of, and I'm not sure. They're showing me that through this transformation, we're starting to realize that, or pile one is starting to realize that when they are wishy-washy about what they choose, it's giving the universe a very hard decision to make. It's not, nothing's really coming, and they're showing me somebody who's only got one little toe into the water and got their bathers on and everything, and they're ready to go into the water and feel the go swimming and feel the essence of the water on their skin and just really enjoy themselves. Show me it would be really, really enjoyable, but we have to go in 100% with the choice that we make, very firmly, because also what happens is the universe brings you, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And so you stay on the shore. You literally stay on the shore of the water. Then we had these ones flipped on the inside. I'll do these next. These ones flipped on the inside, so they didn't actually fall out of the pack, but they flipped over. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have Judgment. So through this transition, there's going to be an almighty understanding that you were always judging yourself, to bring yourself into the abundance that you want. Your judgments on yourself, which is portrayed or projected onto others in the way you talk, how you self-talk, is going to be a fuller understanding or a fuller awareness within you how to navigate this next path. Because the next path is going to show up that which you thought you didn't deserve, or you thought others should be can get there better than you. You're not really worthy of it, or something like that. It's going to show up more until you really understand that it was always you that was judging yourself. Because when we pass over, we have a life review, and the life review is literally from our soul. Our soul is us, and so you're still here, you're still alive. You're not passing over or anything, but you are going through a transformation that's so powerful that you're going to have to look at how you are judging yourself, and the less that you judge yourself, the more that you will see that you stop judging others, because you're not projecting that onto others anymore. So sometimes we will judge somebody else for doing whatever they're doing, and they're not doing it right, and they should be doing this and they should be doing that. It's really comes back to replacing that them with you. I should be doing this and I should be doing that, and maybe I should not be judging, because it's not a very good energy base for this next dimension, for the next frequency that you want to move into with abundance in your life. Judgment doesn't. It keeps you. It can keep you out. It can keep the transformation from happening if you're stuck on certain personas or under certain things that you decide is the only way you should move forward. This is how, within the logical mind, which is limiting your story, you have to go do it that way. And if you don't, if others show up and they're not doing it that way, then you're judging them and that sort of thing. Or you're judging yourself for not being worthy enough or good enough. You are. Everyone is, because everyone that's here is born, was chosen by source energy to be in this body in this moment in this time with the wisdom that you hold, and that is enough for you to live in abundance. That should be absolutely enough. Just the fact that you were born is enough for you to live in abundance. You also have the 5 of Wands. So this is at least falling away because it is in reverse. So the fighting is starting to be, you're not fighting anymore. You're not pulling up that tug of war. You're starting to see. I think it's like when you actually do get entangled in somebody else's issues, you're picking up the other end of the rope and you're pulling at them because there's that judgment again, or there's that you should be doing it this way or that way. You don't know that. You haven't walked in their footsteps. You don't know exactly their path. You don't know exactly where they're at. They could be way, way, way behind you, and you're picking up as in frequency wise, and you're picking up the other end of their story, and then they're pulling you into their story. So it's be careful about the fights that you pick. Choose wisely of who you actually entangle with in this next phase. That's the message I'm getting from this. Be careful who you're entangling with in this next phase. If they're someone who raises their voice or they get into drama a lot, it's more than likely you need to let go of that rope, because you're not helping, and you're not helping yourself. And if you fall into their story, you're falling into their drama, you're creating their reality. And the next one that popped up for you was the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who's, they're saying the word almighty, and then they're bringing me to, I haven't even thought of this movie. There was a movie about God. It was a funny movie. I've forgotten who was in it, but he used to pull a lot of faces. You guys would know. Put it in the chat bar if you remember. But any case, Heaven Almighty or God Almighty or something like that. But I do remember the storyline, and it's like source energy, universe of whatever is testing you. But you're now realizing it was always you that was testing you from the soul's perspective, testing your logical mind and going, are you really sure you want to hang on to that story? Are you really sure you want to dive into that fight? Are you really sure? Like, it's literally your soul saying, are you really sure? And so you have these drama-based scenarios that keep on pulling up in front of you just to say, have you got control over your mind? So the most important thing that we can do, it's got nothing to do with algorithms. It's got nothing to do with fancy bank accounts. It's got nothing to do with the best job in the world. It's got nothing to do with that. That is not going to help you in this next dimensional space, this next frequency that we're moving into. What will help you is that you have control over your mind instead of letting it control you, and you see yourself from a multi-dimensional perspective. So you see yourself as the soul, as the logical mind, as the body, and you interact with life through understanding that more. You have more control over the frequency that you hold, the mind thoughts that you hold. You become the queen of your reality as you move forward, because that's what you're taking with you into these next dimensions. That's how you're going to create a new reality on this planet. It's not going to have anything to do with the money and that side of things. All of that, it will eventually fall away. And if you don't have this clarity of mind, you'll get sucked into all of that drama of feeling like you haven't got enough. Because you already are there. You're already there anyway, within your own mind and your consciousness, and the doubts and the fears of lack and all of that sort of stuff. So there's a lot being wiped away for you in this next frequency, and through them. That's why 999 came into completion. We had the 9th of the 9th, 2025, which is 999 just gone. These sort of things, along with the eclipse, are like intermingling them. It's saying it's the end. It's the end of an era. And the next era is all frequency based. You're not going to be able to, you're going to realize as you come more into your feelings what really counts, and what really counts is how you feel rather than how much money you had in the bank. Now they're saying, of course, if you have stable amount of money in the bank, you can still feel poor because you're in that mindset of what happens if it disappears, what happens if it goes, what happens if somebody takes it, what happens if I lose it, what happens if I gamble. There's all of that. But see, we need to drop the illusion of the mind in order to have acceptance of the soul coming back in to align us with source energy and the frequency that we're really moving into in the next phase. Okay, I'll get a couple of oracle cards. I do have another meeting at 8 o'clock, so straight after this one. So I have an interview happening. So I just got to make sure that I'm watching that time too. Okay, pile one though. Pile one. Oh my gosh, this is where you're going. The heart, healing heart. This is what's happening at the moment. And here we have romance again. So with Lover's card and Romance and Judgment coming up, if you're single, you're probably going to meet the love of your life. You're probably going to meet somebody that is a soul partner, and it's through your own clarity that you meet this person. You're at the right place at the right time. There's no clock put on this, you know. It's just going to happen naturally. So really interesting, because we have that Lover's card, we have Judgment, we have that, the heart. Like, you can't get any more golden than this. It's just beautiful. But if you are with a partner, then that will grow stronger. That will become more solidified. Your partnership will grow. You might even birth into something else and start to have ideas together of a business that you want to create together or something. You're not afraid anymore of spending more time with them and doing different things. You might want to go traveling together or something like that. It's going to be an understanding of absolute faith and trust within yourself and then in the other. Yeah. They did say, look at the bottom of the deck, and it says shamanic healer. So this is a cleansing time for you, an attunement to the fact that you are the soul as well as the body. I see the ego as the soul and the body is the body, obviously. And healing aspects of yourself as you move along. You are on the right path. It is taking you to a much higher frequency. It feels really good. We have abundance here, remember. We only really have one card, and that's negative, and it's the Five of Wands, and it's in reverse. So you recognize this fight that you've been having. The rest of them, all the other cards are beautiful cards, you know, control over the mind that's directing you in a new frequency. Like a queen is always in charge of her frequency, and she understands that she has to go control that mind to be able to be in the right frequency. And the right frequency for you is abundance, Nine of Pentacles, bringing in your dreams, your wishes start to come true, that sort of thing. So you are aligning yourself up to a better story. This is all happening. This is happening. They're showing me the whole world is going through these transformations, and it's really beautiful to watch from my team's point of view, from my guides' point of view. They're like up there going, it's so beautiful to watch this. They're showing the earth in its infancy stage, just starting to show glimmers of colors from people that are creating projects that really feel really good to them, and are starting to see or reap the rewards coming in the next the same months. I was going to say years, but the same months. So that's probably by the end of this year. And I think it's because we're preparing ourselves for 226, because 226 equals 10, which is beginning, new beginnings, whole new beginnings. So we're really at the edge of this process of stepping into a new frequency alignment for the benefit of all, not just you, for everyone. We all have our jobs to play. We all have our parts to play. So stop bagging out people who are guides and telling people that are actually at the top of the pinnacle, that have actually, you know, created wealth or made it or whatever, but have that balance within themselves. Stop thinking, oh, they're all going to fall. Not all of them are going to fall. There are those that have already made it. See, we've got to start to trust our intuition and how we feel into each other, and look at ourselves constantly as we feel into each other. If we feel something that's feeling a little squiff or off, is it coming from you, or is it them? Like, keep on asking these questions, and you will be given the answer, because of the heightened awareness of humanity going into a new frequency. Is that they are met with the truth. We are met with the truth in those places. So we have prophets and ancient seers. So you guys could be my prophets and ancient seers. Like, you're going through so much that, you know, you feel like it's never ending and all that sort of stuff. So you're not really quite seeing the end result yet, but it's because you are wanting more. Your soul knows that it could attain more, so you will stretch these lessons out as long as you can before you settle. And you I mean, even when you settle, you'll still have the odd thing that comes up that shifts you. You'll still be shifting into higher frequencies, but they're showing me a quickening, where this is the bit that we want to, that your soul wanted to stretch as long as it could, because it wanted you to really fully align with your higher self, your understanding of the true essence of who you are. And that's bringing in all of these gifts, these understandings of gifts. So your everything that you decide, like the Lovers cards came up at the beginning, remember, with choices. And then we have on this Prophet card, the very first word is decisions. So decisions that you make are with absolute clarity. It's a clarity, and you don't have these frivolous little niggles of streams of lines of energy pulling at you anymore. It's just absolute clarity as you move through. So that brings you prophecy, brings you because you know where you're going. And when you have clarity of the mind, prophecies and predictions become easier to navigate through. They become part of your reality, because you're directing your story. When you know how to create your story, it fine-tunes you into knowing what the end result is as well. Okay, so that's pile one. Let's get into pile two. Just looking at that tie. Thank you, pile one. Okay, so pile two is this. Whoever chose this little Russian doll, and if you're just entering in the live, I would say this is your pile. Okay, we're gravitating towards this deck, so I'll take this deck. This is the Oracle card deck. The story of pile two, please, and this huge transformation that we've just gone through, the 999 date, the eclipse. What's the new beginnings? Where are we going? What's the lessons? Anything to do with the energy at the moment, please. Anything to do with the energy for pile two at the moment, please. I have one card that's flipped out, but I don't know what it is. I do have the card letting go in my mind, so just be aware of that. It's not popped out though, unless it's the one that's face down. We have two more cards that are face up. I can see them. And that one I'm just going to put on the side there. Okay, so we have this one came out first. Personal guide, guardian angel, spirit family. 38, it's 11. I'm a 3811. Numerology always sticks out for me. And there is personal guides. There might be somebody that you might, in this next phase, follow someone for a while until it's not that you're following, it's that you're learning. There's a learning phase that you can have. Someone outside of you can help. Now, it could be because you've gone through quite a bit, and your team is there to help you, like your spiritual team and all of that. They're there to help you. but there are guides that are just as relevant on Earth at the moment that could also help as well. So there's help coming. Definitely help coming. You're not going, no one will, that's like, you know this anyway, that you're not going to be left behind, but no one will be left behind when it comes to those that have an awareness of this, at this new frequency alignment that we're going into. If you have any sort of awareness of it, you will not be left behind. They're showing me this card here, the phase entanglement too. There could be, as you raise your frequency into high frequencies, others will see you maybe as a little bit cocky or something like that, like someone who thinks they know it all or whatever, and so the jealousy might come forth. Be careful of the friends that you keep in this moment, because you're shifting into something of a higher understanding of yourself. You're going to end up bleeding. You're going to end up becoming a personal guide for others in the end. But through that, you're going to have people that are whispering over here about you, because they want to also come with you. They want to be in that frequency, but they don't understand it. So their natural reaction is drama. That's what they're entangled in anyway. And drama is caused by, whispering nasty things about you behind your back. So there's a cutting of this, a cutting of the ties of anyone that is. If you feel that feeling, cut the tie. It's not worth keeping it around at the moment, because this is a vulnerable stage that you're going through. You feel a little bit wobbly, and they're showing me a weaker person just at the moment, because it's a whole new game that you're playing within yourself, is stepping up into leadership or guidance for others. The reason why this is happening is because you have multiple talents. Showing me the magic card. Multiple talents, multiple gifts, multiple understandings of past lives that you've held, and now is the time to bring them forth. So to even remotely come into these gifts, we have to be able to be in alignment with our higher self, our understanding of us as source energy, or your higher self. Now, your higher self is taking advantage of those previous lives where you were empowered, whether you've been here as a human life after life after life, or whether you've come from another dimension, doesn't make any difference. Your higher self is the last life that you had where you were fully aware of yourself, like you were moving through your life as one with source energy, and within that you were whole. So this transition is taking you into more alignment of you bringing more of your soul, feeding more of your soul into your body. So you are enlightening yourself. And you are cutting yourself away from any of this silly little whatever drama stuff over here, because you become more feeling based. When you become more feeling based, they stick out. Like that feeling sticks out. You can't be around it anymore. We also have, but it was a card that flew out over here. Self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness is one of the biggest lessons that you're learning through this transition. Forgiveness is a big one, and for some reason they're saying letting go with this card here. Self-acceptance, though, because we can accept ourselves. How are you going to see yourself as you move along? You can accept yourself as just being the mother of your children, and then the children grow up, and then you are always the mother, obviously, but you're not looking after them anymore. So you've got this big gaping hole here. You could accept yourself as the artist, the creator, and then something happens and you have a wound on your hand or something. You can't create anymore. Who are you? They're asking me. They're saying to me to ask you, ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? At the core essence of yourself, because that's going to align you with your higher aspect of source energy, that you can then have many more doorways opening. Now they're showing me like all these doorways in front of you that are closed, but there's just so many of them that you can choose now because you are in alignment with your higher self. So before there was only like one or two doors that were held within the mind, the logical mind. That's the only way to go down that road. You were creating a reality that somebody else had put a door in front of you, and they said that's the door you go through, and so you were. And now they're saying now you're stepping back. You're forgiving yourself for just using that door, because you start to see all these other doors appear in front of you, that different pathways for your reality to move through. And so when you come into alignment with your higher self, those doors appear. You have to forgive yourself for going in a repetitive nature around in that one door. So that's one of the biggest transformations that's happening in this moment, because any of those doors that you choose from the heart is going to be a beautiful experience. And it's not a limitation anymore. There's no limits anymore. The doors will open to way more. So I just pick a couple of tarots as well for you. Hey Cherie, here we go. I like that. There we go. Wow, it's huge. This is huge. I mean, I know in past readings we say things are huge, but the thing is, as you go along in this life, and we get closer and closer, we peel away more layers. It gets even more huger. But this is a massive transformation for the whole of humanity. It really is. There's going to be a lot of sparking new ideas coming. It's going to be ways of navigating through those silly little rules and laws and stuff that really held us in a disorientated way. It didn't work. It wasn't conducive to our feelings or our soul. And the soul can go see those little doors and go, huh? You want to keep on attaching yourself to somebody else's reality and worrying about that? The worry is what's keeping you attached. So that's why controlling the mind is so important at the moment. It's your biggest asset. It's your biggest bank account. It's your biggest everything. Learning to control your mind. Live in the moment as much as possible. If something negative happens, how quick can you get yourself out of it? How quick can you navigate your mind? How quick can you change the story up? Those sort of things. We're not saying everything's going to be perfect, but it's how quick can you control your mind and come back to central self and take those breaths and realize it's not even worth entangling into, because the more your focus, where your focus is what's bringing the reality to you. Okay, channeling more messages. Let's get some see what the tarot says for pile 2, please. The Russian doll. Funny, we have two countries here. We have the German and the Russian, with the clock and the little doll. Interesting. Okay. I don't know whether that's got anything to do with anything. Okay, so we have the 9 of Cups and it's in reverse. And we have the Sun that's in reverse as well. Okay, just give me a little bit more of that story, please. Great to see the Sun. It doesn't even matter if it's in reverse. The Sun is beautiful. The Sun is always positive. It's kind of like your limitations will hold you. They're showing me the Sun, right? And they're showing me a limited story would be, I need to smother myself in sunblock, otherwise the sun will burn me. And the Sun's saying, if you just let yourself be free for a moment, I will navigate you into getting intuitive understandings of what your skin needs in the moment that you're moving through your life. And you will be taken to plant-based things or new ways of thinking or whatever, but your intuition is intact through me. Something to do with your intuition is intact through me, and understanding the value of something that was poured over your eyes as being negative, that is actually really positive. So through this next phase, this transformation, there could be something that you thought was a negative story you've been telling yourself, and really it's actually been an asset that you've hidden from yourself. So that could come into light, and it's going to give you because these cards kind of fell out together in reverse, it'll give you a fuller heart, a fuller, wow, I really feel so good about my life now. Just the release of that story in my head has given me so much more peace of mind. For some reason, they're bringing up health or something like that. It's like you already had it within you to intuitively fix yourself. But it doesn't have to be with health. It could be to do with just something that you've been thinking of that's stuck in your head. Okay, it's a release of a story that you don't want to follow anymore, that allows the sun to shine on you and bring you way more positivity. You open your space to positivity coming in. Okay, we have a journey that you're going on. We have the Six of Swords that's popped up. It's feeling very calm, and it's fallen on the Magi and the personal guide, and it feels very calm. There's too many falling out together. I'm going to have to wrap this up. Okay, let's wrap this up. So funny. Let's wrap this up, and one pops out. Right, so we have the Six of Swords. This is, here we go. Here goes the mind, like the mind. The Ace of Swords came out in reverse, the mind. Almost like be aware of the wounds you have of starting anew, starting afresh, or starting. It's kind of like you've been battered, or you've had so much happen in the past that as you're stepping into these new frequencies, you obviously want to start again. You want a clean slate. And sometimes the mind will be kind of just holding on to something because, or like not wanting to leave the shore and travel in this new path. They're asking you before you travel in this new path to really come back to living in the moment, and then go, you know what, all of that my logical mind has held on to, it's null and void. They want you to null and void it, like to say no more. It doesn't have to be that way in the future. My frequency is in a different frequency, so it makes all of that that's happened in the past null and void, non-void or something. And then you can turn that Ace of Swords up the right way and start with a fresh, clean slate. Even doing a meditation at the moment that just brings you back into absolute clarity will help you know in this next phase. And keep doing that until you get used to, I don't need to follow those thoughts anymore. Live in the moment, live in the moment. Be very, very present as you move along. Yeah. Okay, guys. Now, I'll open up the chat bar for a free general reading, and whatever comes out will come out for you. And I don't usually take personal questions. I just open up the chat bar for free readings, and we'll see what happens. So we'll open that up and just say yes or please or whatever you want to say, but I need to have an acknowledgement from you to actually tune in. And yeah, we'll see where this goes for you guys. So if you leave me here, thank you very much for being part of this small pick a card reading for what's happening at the moment and any of those messages for you. And yeah, keep a lookout for me. I channel live as well. Usually on Tuesday. Things are going to get a bit messy next week because I am moving on Thursday to another place, another location. Been here for 100 days with 2 little dashies who I'm going to cry when I leave. Okay, who have we got here? Debbie. What's coming through for Debbie in this with this new transformation? Debbie. Ooh. Debbie, you have the 10 of Pentacles. It was kind of upside down, but then I flipped it up when I actually showed you 10 of Pentacles. That's a really good card for abundance coming in. Or there could be some gift coming your way that you don't even see coming your way. And maybe from a place that you don't even expect it to happen. It's kind of like, where'd that come from? You know, like when you're walking down the street and all of a sudden you find 20 bucks. Like, oh my God, that is so cool. It's kind of like, how'd that even happen? It might be because they want to get your logical mind's attention. They want to get you out of a limited mindset. And if it happens in a way that blows your mind a little, so it could be some sort of thing that happens that you go, wow, how did that happen? It's kind of like reminding me of when I was walking down the street and then I had in my head that a man was chopping wood for me. And I really wanted to get some wood for my fireplace, and I knew it was going to cost like 150 bucks to get the wood. And I, at typical me, I didn't have the money. And that I was bringing up 2 little girls on my own. And then all of a sudden I said, someone's chopping wood for you. And then I took the girls to school, parked right outside a place that had a sign that said free wood, and the man had just chopped down the tree. So he probably was chopping down the tree exactly the same time as I got there. Thought, that's the sort of thing I'm seeing you get. Some sort of, and it's giving you, like the Page of Swords, it's giving you a new beginning of the mind. Like, oh my God, my mind isn't in complete charge here. There are magical things that can happen when I let go enough to actually let this come through. It's going to bring some abundance. You're going to find some tweaking that you're doing in your mind, bringing in a gift, and you surprise yourself. That sort of thing's happening for you, Debbie. It's just giving you even more understanding or completion of letting go of something that you don't need to hold on to anymore, a lack mentality of some sort that kind of every single human has that. I don't care if you're wealthy or whatever, we've all been taught to have lack mentalities. It's ridiculous. What does it even do for a human? What does it even do for a mind? Oh, yeah, stay in lack because then you'll fit into society. What is it even? How it doesn't even make sense if you really say it out loud. And if you start to feel like, oh yeah, I'm abundant and I'm worthy, everyone like poo-poos you. That is the program poured over humanity's consciousness. It's so backwards. Okay, enough about that. My little gripe. Okay, Sherry. God, why am I singing Dolly Parton for you? It's actually, I saw, what was it, Star Trek? Excuse the dog, by the way. Every time I go live these days, they start barking. It's like they know I won't tell them off. They go outside and start barking. Excuse me, hang on, I'm going to tell her off. Rosie, stop it. Enough. I had to do that because they're doing that a lot lately. Okay, Sherry. Bad. Sherry, back to you. Back to you. 7 of Cups. You know what they're bringing me to? What is it? Is it Star Trek? Yeah, it is Star Trek. No, it's not. It's Orville. The Orville. There was this lady in the Orville that she was holding on to a story. She was holding on to protecting the feminine, this race that was split, really split, like masculine took over feminine. Well, on another planet, like they had two planets, and she was trying to protect the feminine, and she ended up loving that song by Dolly Parton. That's what's coming into my head for you. Is there something that you are navigating through, that you are realizing that you are a guide for protecting something of a feminine nature, the intuition, imagination, magic coming down on earth, the value of the sweetness of the feminine essence, the power of the feminine essence? Because Dolly Parton's she ended up loving Dolly Parton. And she thought of her as an idol or something. I think you don't see yourself as this, just like Dolly Parton wouldn't, but you are something more than what you thought you were. They're showing me all this with this card, all of the doors opening up, or not opening up, all of the doors in front of you, and you choosing the door that you want to go through. They're saying choose wisely, because there's something that you can ground on earth that is of something very magical that will help a lot of other people. So yeah, it was quite a powerful message there for you. Okay, who else have we got? Yannicka. Yannicka. We have Two of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. Minds meeting minds. Seeing your reflection in others. Minds meeting minds. Really seeing your reflection in others. The value of that now. Where before you might have seen something in others, you're tweaking your mind to see it as a value now instead of something either that you finding yourself easily navigating with other people, easily navigating around other people, or something like that. Easily navigating. Yeah, these bigger cards are coming out, like Ten of Cups. You're coming into your Ten of Cups. You're leaving the victimization completely. They're really showing me you facing off with someone where before you would have had resistance because it irked you or whatever, and it's like you're tweaking your mind and you're seeing them from a new perspective, and it changes everything. And then you start to realize they actually had gifts to give you where you didn't see that before because of the resistance of something that irked you. It's a whole new game for you as you start to relate to other people. You're starting to relate to other people in a different way. Okay, that's enough for you. Sky, Cherie. Well, I get what they are saying. So many gifts, and I feel I've leveled up and not sure what to pick. Lots to choose from. Thank you. Remember though, Cherie, within the other readings, I don't know whether you pick one or two, but one of them is saying, pick with clarity. I think it was number one. Just be clear. Just support whatever you choose. Really support it, because then it will just go. So choose the best possible one, because you don't want to choose something that I could choose that door or that door, but I'll choose this door because, am I really going to get that door? And then you're like half in and half out again. So yeah, choose the one that feels really good for you. Okay. Yannicka, spot on. You're welcome. You're welcome, Yannicka. Who was it doing? Sky. Temperance card and Justice. I have a lot of these feelings with these cards of coming into calmness, just calmness, learning to come back into calmness as you move along your life, learning to embrace calmness, not letting others rattle you anymore, Yeah, the Ace of Swords is in. You might want to go. You might want to go into your room every now and then, just a little hermit places as you move in. I mean, you have a family. I know you do. So, but it's something to do with you learning through this transformation to come into calmness. Okay, I just have a message, and I'm just making sure. It's probably to do with my next. Sorry, I just have to go into this, otherwise I'll have to close up the reading. That's right. Okay. What else have we got here? Celtic. You've a card that flew out nicely. You have her. There's some sort of a contract or something that it will go your way, or it can go your way. It can go your way. Shift your mind into, so something that you're seeing. It might not be an actual contract that you're actually writing, or but it's something that's solid, that's in this world, that and it's not like a solid thing. It's like a contract or something that you are writing to say yes or no to, but they're saying they want you to just navigate with your mind and go, yes, this will work out really well for me. I know it will. If I sign, seal, deliver, it will work out. It will all work out, because I know it will, because I am that powerful, because that's who I am. That's my story. That's how my story goes. That they're giving me that sort of feeling, like I don't know whether it's court stuff or something that you just navigate, or maybe it's just some sort of simple thing that you're trying to fix at the moment, but they're just showing me you showing up as the creator of how the story works in the end, how it actually pans out. Let's do a really quick one so I can get a couple more people in. Atharva, let's do you. Okay, yeah, we have 10 of Cups. You're going in the right direction, even though you might not think you're going in the right direction. I did see your little thing before. This is actually something is clearing up for you. It's like what's taken away is actually opening a door to a much better scenario. So, because I did read your thing before, so just I usually don't ask for questions because I like to do readings clear. But they're showing me that you're coming into a much better story. That it's like divine protection here, something that you don't see. See, the moons come up. You're not seeing clarity of this. Whenever the moon comes up, it's like an illusion. I'm not quite seeing what's going on. But the first card that popped out is your guides have got you. Divine protection. It's all fine. Just they know you're rattled, you're shaken, there's energy that's like they're showing me jars of energy, and they're wanting you to just do a meditation where you see a mirror around you, reflected out and reflected in. Any energy coming towards you needs to go back to those people, that person, whatever it is. All energy that you need to deal with comes back to you so that you can deal with it. And they're showing me it cutting all of the ties of the energy that's been tied to you, because it's going to be a journey for you to find yourself a fuller awareness of who you are, so that the next person that comes in is completely the right person for you. This is a transition for you to find exactly the right person who's right for you. It doesn't matter who it is. It's you that's learning to align with yourself so that you can find that. But you don't see the value in it just yet. So I totally understand that. And my heart goes out to you. My heart definitely goes out to you, because I've been there. It's not a nice place to be in. I've been there many times, quite a few times in my life. Okay, sending out prayers. Yeah. Okay, guys, I will wrap it up here because I do have an interview after this. So if anyone wants to book a one-on-one reading with me, the link is down below. Yeah, I've taken a slither of money off that. I think I'll just make it a less, not so much money, because people are going through a hard time. So I might actually, yeah, I'll just take a slither of money off that. But I do need to also support myself. It's very important for me to support myself, and I do a lot for free. I do a lot for free. I mean, I don't get paid for any of this, remember? So that is my income. Anyways, guys, love you so much. You're very welcome, Afarava. I've probably said your name wrong before. Love you guys heaps. Until next time. Bye.